think I'm live. Good morning, everyone. I was just playing my random playlist and I laughed because a song started, and that would have been your first few seconds, and it's crazy. But yeah, nice. Good morning, good morning. It's my third day of doing the stream, even though I'm 15 minutes late. But I woke up at 8. I woke up at 7:50, really, from my bed, and then at 8, uh, like a few minutes after 8, I was on my laptop, and the goal was to plan something up when it comes to the structure of today's stream. And I was thinking to go through the right AI tools that would help your current workflow. And what would be nice from my side is to share all of my workflow, what I use and how I use these tools. And hopefully it will be helpful for some of you. Let me see on Twitch. Yes. Hello. Nice. Perfect. I wanted to see if I can um, test it out. Something. Nice. Interesting. I'm just trying the Twitch live stream. Nice. This is extremely cool. Basically, I'm just posting on Instagram. Twitch has made it so easy to do something like this on. Wow. Now I feel more excited to do the live streams because let's say I consistently show up and do the live streams. I I can just clip up the content and share it anywhere, like on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. This is amazing. Mm, and I think today my camera is a little bit better. I'm not sure. Maybe because of the light. Now it might be even better. Hmm. Wow, Twitch basically has made it so easy to connect with all of the other accounts for you to go and like clip up the clips and share. I'm so surprised. Let's see how it shows up on Instagram. That would have been your first few sentences. But yeah, nice. Good morning, good morning. It's my. I think my audio is not that good on Twitch. It's not coming that good, and I think I could fix it. Let me see. And it's from my mic. It's interesting. Well, hopefully I'll fix it. It's there's a lot of echo behind. Um, mm, okay. Well, hello everyone. I was just testing Twitch to share a snippet from the Twitch live stream dashboard, and it was amazing because it's the moment that I just opened the live stream, I immediately I was excited that I'm live on the third day, and I wanted to clip that out and see how it goes. And you could do it in 3 clicks, which is perfect. And it saves so much time on the editing side, on the timing to edit, to take it later, edit, cut things, add more sound effects and whatnot. And I think by practicing this, it will become way easier for me to do it. But yeah, let me share my screen. I'll do a blank presentation on Google Slides today that will give me the let me see. Hmm. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. So I'm going to share the screen of the presentation, and the goal is to, while I go through my workflow on all of the things that I do to fill the presentation in with all of the details. This is different from my plan on, yes, yes, this is it. This is very different from my plan to, I think I'll do it like this. From the other plans that I was going through the automation, I had 3 steps on my work that I was doing while on live stream. And since I just started, it's already 9 a.m. I think I'll go for 2 hours. It all depends how hungry I will get because I woke up too early and I had only 5 hours of sleep. But yeah, my structure the first 2 days was focusing on a specific task for the live streams, and that is how can I automate a lot of steps on the creative process of generating discovery content for the apps that I'm building. And maybe I didn't explain it very well in the beginning, but I wanted to keep that focus there. And it included things like how can I warm up TikTok accounts so that I can go then and start creating content on that specific niche based on the strategy and system that I was putting in and all of the tools that I was using. But I figured by the end of yesterday's stream, I saw that I wanted to do the research on content related stuff outside of the live stream. And then I figured, oh, I missed talking about the apps and the ideas that I have. So, hence today's topic is the right AI tools for your workflow. And I'll just dive into my current workflow and see how that goes. I will go in a very random way on how I start my day um, on these tools. And let me know via the comments if you are, not if you are using, but what's your favorite tools that you use every day. For example, I always start somewhere like between Notion and ChatGPT to plan out my day, and then it depends on the priority that I have on that day. I spend most of the time on a specific tool like Cursor or Claude or GPT or even other browser-based apps that offer me things to like do. Like for example, Manu's AI is something that I always do to set up the first overview of an idea as a landing page and set up the structure for it and the design perspective. And then I take that, I download the code locally, I run it with Cursor, and then I dive deeper into the specific components on the website and the backend stuff that I would set up and everything else. But yeah, there's definitely other tools that I use. Like for example, I started using FigJam to set up user stories. Um, but it all starts somewhere, and the somewhere is the research. I guess I can do this, and I can do it on the side. I just don't like Arial font. Let me see. What I need is some background music. Um, yeah. Oh my god, this is too slow. You know what? I'll play my favorite music, and then I'll just do it in a very low sound. Okay, great. We are 19 minutes in, and let me go back to here. So when it comes to research step, what does that mean? Usually it's the goals of your work. Like, what do you need to learn in order for you to continue on the next steps? I would frame it like that. And it depends. It depends on what you want to do and what would be the ideal success if you do those steps. For me, for example, I spent my week in a specific order. I would say I can see that I'm very into Monday to Tuesday is more on the high level things to align and to set up right. For example, if for this week to come, I focus on a specific app, I then do a bit of everything in each layer. And when I say on each layer is uh, anything from the user's experience to the design of their new experience based on this app that I'm building to the landing page that they would see, to the experience that then they would have when they get connected to the discovery content that I'm producing, everything in between. So the research phase would be, okay, me using, of course, ChatGPT um, to brainstorm, clarify. I'll just make these. And once I have a clear roadmap, let's say for that week, I then try to make it more efficient. Like in case if it's content discovery, I always go from the perspective of what system can I do so that when I set up that type of content format, I can reach out to people who have this kind of need in a massive way. And massive way would feel like, okay, what's an easier way for me to produce a lot by not like spending extreme hours on the work. It's usually that's how I kind of get connected to the content production and discovery about a tool or like an application. And it's funny because I don't think this is the way to do it fully. I think there is a balance in between the research and the system based production content on yes, and the other side is trying different formats without any system, trying different ways to showcase the work or the app and see how it goes. So instead of me diving to develop a complete app and then trying to find the users, I flipped the scene to set up the need first through content discovery so that based on the signals that I get, I can then continue to develop the app with the core features that I've talked on the content discovery. And in order for me to do that, let me just go on Notion, and I think this will not be shared to you guys. Nice. My current Notion has many things. Currently, for example, there's a lot of work being done on the actual product, like vertical that I'm working on, and I go for the product that I'm working on. Then I go in each layer of it. For example, uh, my current focuses are in the phases of development, and then I start a one-pager PRT for the product that I'm working on, and then that includes things like objectives, constraints, the persona that I'm targeting, the use cases that these people would then go through, and then the go-to-market loops. I call it loops because my current product is um, more of a method to do things rather than an actual product, and the actual product are the go-to-market loops. And oh, now I start looking at the camera. And yeah, my current work that I did the last 2 days are all related to the go-to-market loop. So I don't go from the top level of my PRT. So let me go back and just put it up here. And then what does the PRT includes is things like objectives, my current priority, right? Yeah, I think I need to fix my mic situation because I have this expensive mic and the sound is not great. So I just click on the reduce the mic background noise. Hopefully this changed something. And then why I use Manus, I feel like until now I've just mentioned ChatGPT and Manus.im. And uh, the reason why is that it offers you a complete front end and back end, like full stack development, if based on the prompts, right? Or that you would give. And those prompts would need to be extremely clear on what you want to build. And after my news, I usually go into Cursor. I get the locally the code base from Manus, and then I keep iterating on the features of the landing, like not the features on the landing page of the use case go-to-market loops, and then based on this, I when I'm done with that, usually I always want to include a subscription, like subscription of sign up form to collect information and data. And in between all of this, I do include Claude because Claude sometimes gives a better result than Manus.im. And usually for most of the objectives outlines and the constraints to set up and the user experience. All of these steps that I've included in the Notion PRT is what I go back and use ChatGPT and Claude sometimes together And if you, yeah, I'm gonna product requirements document. This is what a PRD is. And usually I do a one pager. And this document would include everything about the product that I'm gonna build. Um, yeah. Other than this, I guess this is all about. I'm including it as part of the research. Um, but research in the context of you're still exploring what you're building. You're not that sure on what, and then you go ahead and build it. But maybe I will exclude these two from here and add here into uh, maybe proof of concept about your apps, and then yeah, this would be ideal. So you do the research, and then the research would include figuring out all of the objectives, constraints, user personas, use cases, which would mean core features on your app for these personas, and then the go-to-market loops. And I will remove the loops because it makes sense for me now, and it doesn't have to be the same for you. And then on the proof of concept side, that's where I include menus for setting up the landing page based on the PRD doc, and I play around with the design, with the components that I would want to use, and everything else based on the features that I have. And then I use cursor to pull it in. And then I, of course, go back and forth between ChatGPT and then Claude for different tasks. I've started to set up Claude Code, definitely, but I have not spent a lot of time in the development of the proof of concepts the last week or two. And yeah, once I'm back on that stuff again, I think I'll start using Cloud Code because from some of my friends' perspectives and like feedback is that you can just give it a task and then you can go ahead with your life and then go back and see how did it go, how many tries did it like were was it able to do, and um did it achieve your goals that you had in the yeah. What else do I use? Well, I use Midjourney so much. So the Midjourney would be part of the research. And now you can ask, like, why do I use Midjourney and the research? Well, the loops in the go-to-market strategy, I guess, when it comes to this step in the PRD, definitely. And then um, inspiration bits on the branding of the app and everything. I go back and forth between GPT and Midjourney to explore different design concepts and bubbles of yeah. Um, what else do I use? Let me see, because I have another presentation where I just place in, or I just list the tools I use. Oh well, fake jam. for the user story mockups. I'll place it here. Um, this would help me on this side. And there's definitely a lot of PRD templates you can find online that will help you set up um, your work. Oh, it's actually Notion has so many templates. This is fun. I would love to review these all with you guys. Um, Interesting. Purity collection. Nice. Well, I can just place something like, say something like, search for purity templates. Okay. Nice. I think fake jam. Yeah, I think for research, that's it. Um, and then proof of concept. mm, I'm preparing for the next um, dive into the third slide, and I want this to be more focused into how can we turn this into MVP. And even what's the difference between the two? What does success like? Success looks like promise or MVP roadmap. Yeah. Okay, nice. I need to take a break because I was on my laptop for the last hour and a half, even though I still started live stream. Um, and I was looking for hmm, but I can't find it. Like I was looking for a tool to set up the Pomodoro on my screen when I live stream, so that whoever joins at this time is not surprised that nothing's happening. Well, I usually live stream the screen share the time. Okay, I can do that. Nice. Let me do that. Yeah. And I'll do great. This is so much better. Nice. See you guys in a few minutes, and I'll just play some background music, and let me see. No, it's not working. Okay, I'll do the OB. Oh my god. I am back. Hello, hello. Um, I do need an espresso, but I'll not drink coffee. I think as I'm reading, because I'm on the thread with ChatGPT on the product that I'm building, and one thing to make the difference out of proof of concept and MVP would be uh, questioning, like from the proof of concept perspective. Um, asking, can we make, can we even make this work? And with my current state of the idea that I had, we already have internally a proof of concept that is actually working. And this would, what does this mean, right? Okay, proof of concept MVP. Maybe I can use it as a title. And then from the proof of concept perspective is the scope would be one narrow feature. Or in this case, it depends on the end goal for the current phase, which for now it's the go-to-market loops for me. It would be like what's an automation step. And then for who? I guess that can mean that can be the closest people that are around you to validate the idea, to get a friendly teaser for the proof of concept. That one narrow feature, um, which can outline some different aspects. For example, uh, the capability of this narrow feature to be produced easily, no matter what the task is. So maybe technical feasibility and also for the people like who would for who prove maybe technical feasibility to the ones closest to um, interesting. Oh, I'm not sharing the screen for my slides. 1 second. I think I on a side note, I just need to make my camera be a good camera because it's a good camera and the quality is not that great. Or maybe it's part of um the tool that I'm using. But yes. I it's interesting because I'm brainstorming with ChatGPT and it has all of my data when it comes to my app. And even though I'm brainstorming on my uh, existing app data, because I pulled them in, now it's giving me even more like scope creep related goals in a way, the past criteria for each step. And it feels very good to read it because it makes extremely it has value behind it and it's fun to see. So what does success looks like from proof of concept to MVP? For the proof of concept, it would be um, the tech actually works and it's possible. And then the proof would be do one demo that runs end to end. And for alpha MVP, early users repeat the core action. Which would mean if those early users, let's say, are an X number of them, 40% would do it twice in 7 days. And then what public MVP? I love it how it's giving me all of the good perspective on how my product would look like and what would be the feeling to give it to the users. Yeah, but in my case, it would be more on a signal metric by onboarding selected target users first as an introduction. No, but I didn't share about the MVP side. I mean, this would be the one. I think let me get back to this. This would be like a maybe in a way because I have the GPTs I use all the time. all three, and uh, I used all pro as well. Yes, I pay for it. But I want to stop. I want to stop paying because it's once in a few days that I use the pro version, and then I keep like using O3 all the time. And let me get back to this. Oh, I use a lot Excalibur, even though it's not an AI tool, but it helps me set things in place. It like you use it enough to showcase mind map stuff. So, for example, um, even for a storytelling journey on the go-to-market loops that I'm building, I go on Calidra and I set up each part together, and it really helps me on a visual perspective. This definitely is connected to FigJam as well, but it depends. It depends on what you do and everything else. And for now, for example, um, I use I really want to explore Figma products because they have done quite a suite of products like Dev Mode, the slides, the draw as well to draw vector based things, and it feels very easy to do now. Um, or maybe it was before and I didn't know, right? But I would only suggest to start from the picture. Uh, and yeah, I think out of all of the other browser based um, code built like vibe coding tools that are already out there, I feel Manus would be the only one that is actually very good. I have tried the other ones, uh, two or three of them in the beginning, and then I just stopped using them. So yeah, definitely there's something to do with Manu's UI and the way that it builds a complete end-to-end uh, site. It just makes it perfect, and it has the capability to set things up for the backend development as well. I'm just gonna go and check again my projects that I have there. Okay. I think I'll end it here. I was doing some other things on the side for this process. But hey, thank you so much for coming into my stream today. It's Sunday, so I love it. Today I'm gonna keep it short for an hour and 25 minutes. I think I did wrong by sitting and not live streaming immediately while I was planning things out. And I worked for like 40 minutes by myself. Um, and now I'm tired. But I'm also tired because I didn't sleep that much last night. But yeah, what I'm thinking of the formats and the way how I would go through the stream, and I I definitely have some ideas to make this more effective for me and figure out what can I get out of this in a way that it feels very good. I already feel very good, but I think I can do a more productive session that I can then turn this into a YouTube video even, and then all of the other clips. I definitely need to figure out my microphone situation and my camera as well. um, I like it like this because I can just look on screen and then continue as I go. But I would love to set the camera in front of me so that we can like I can look at the camera and everything. But yes, have a great Sunday and see you tomorrow morning again. Have a good one. Bye.